Second channel. I just wanted to hop on here real quick and do the second episode of Entrepreneurial Talks, Escape the 9 to 5. I'm not exactly sure what the series is going to be called, but this is demonstration number 2 of how you can make money online, running it yourself, make side money until that side money eventually takes over whatever your main actual job is, and then you can eventually start doing these entrepreneurial efforts instead of as side revenue, as your main revenue. You can quit that 9 to 5 and get free. So today is going to be, it's going to be like a basics of clothing, because a lot of you guys have asked me to address clothing. My last one was about growing an Instagram, especially like running a meme or some sort of a non-original content Instagram that anybody could do by posting daily. Today, I want to talk to you guys about clothing companies, because a lot of you guys have asked about clothing companies. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is before you get into clothing, it is a huge time taker. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of creativity, a lot of energy, and it is not the easiest. I would do probably any of these other things that I'm talking about in the rest of these series before I would do this. Just because out of every single thing I've decided to do, clothing has taken the most out of me. Not only do you have to choose what the style and the idea is of the whole like company and like not change from that look. You know, if you're always posting black and silver and like epic like dark things, and then you switch to like a fun, happy, everyone's going to leave, right? So you have to choose your style early on. You have to choose the types of designs that's going to happen. You have to align designers up with your brand and have them creating. Not only that, a lot of times designers aren't idea creators, they're designers. So they want you to come up with the ideas. So then you have to come up with ideas. You see what I'm saying? This just keeps going and going and going. You have to inventory until you have enough money to pay somebody to inventory. You have to ship yourself until you have someone to ship for you. There's a lot that goes into it. So just a pre-warning. But if you heard all that and you're still excited about it, then you probably are somebody who really wants to have a clothing company. Probably for a combination of profit, but also because you have some sort of a message, or you just really want to see people wearing your clothes, or whatever it is, you really like fashion. Whatever it is. So that is necessary. If this is all profit thing, there's like 6 other things that will make you more money in the same amount of time. So weigh that out. But entrepreneurialism doesn't always line up with just the most expensive money thing. It also lines up with passion. I think that's what's really cool about entrepreneurialism. So if you were going to open a clothing company, there are a few things you need to do. Obviously, you need to come up with a name and make sure that the name is marketable, easy to search, not copyrighted. Make sure that there's no one else who has the name, and make sure that when people look it up, they aren't going to find anything else. So that means if you think Strength Wars, I don't know. If you think Strength Wars is a cool company name, you should go Google it. And then if you find a site of any type that has Strength Wars in it, if you have a podcast, if you find a podcast, if you find a website, a forum, if you find anything that has that name, you will be competing for that name with that person. Do you want that? Do you want them to have that Google ability where people try to find your company and then they find this other thing? You know, this is some stuff you have to think about. Definitely with the name, you definitely should make sure that it is something that is not able to misconstrue. It's something very clear and easy to think of. I'll move past the conceptual stuff because I think all of you will be able to figure that out creatively. If you can't figure that out creatively, like figuring out the name and designs and stuff like that, it's just not going to be for you. You're going to need to find designers online, so you can do that through different websites. There are freelancing websites. You look up online design freelancers, you'll be able to find that. When it comes to clothing, that's what I really want to talk about. The sourcing of the clothing is one of the harder things, and from being inside of the industry, I can give you some tips that'll save you tons of time and money right now. Stay away from Owl Style and Gildan and Hanes unless you want really basic t-shirts. If you want them to be rough and cotton and thick and stiff, but you know, and you don't mind that, then that's okay. So like if you were running like a joke t-shirt kind of thing, like, you know, when you go to Walmart and you get those t-shirts, they aren't the best quality, but they're funny. The dudes who are wearing funny shirts probably don't really care that much about how it accentuates their pecs and their arms. You know what I mean? So you got to know your audience. But I will say those are the lowest quality and the cheapest companies. The basics companies, the companies that pretty much everyone uses when it comes to blanks are Next Level Apparel, Alternative Apparel. We just lost American Apparel, that just went under, and now there's LA Apparel. There's a few other ones, but those are the ones that I wanted to put out there without confusing anyone, because those are very, very good. And Bella Canvas. Those are the ones. Remember those. Write those down. There are two ways to do shirts. You can either purchase the blanks and then have the blanks sent to you. So that means that this shirt would have nothing on it, no ink. It's just a shirt. And then you can either purchase the equipment to print on it yourself. You can go direct to garment printing, or you can do silk screening. Just Google those to figure out what those are. But that requires $5,000 to $20,000 to buy the equipment. That's definitely the route that I went, and I wish I wouldn't have quite so early. I'm glad that I do have a silk screening printing machine now, but I wish I would have done it a different way. You can either print it out yourself, or you can buy the blanks, send them to a printer that you like, have him print it, and then get it back. Now you got to think about shipping. So if you get all that inventory in and you feel like shipping, then you can move right into Shopify.com. There's a lot of other stores. So this is just, you're on my video. This is the one that I like. Shopify is very easy to use. I should definitely put my referral links and stuff because that helps out when people use that. But Shopify is just a storefront, right? And then you can put an image up and that becomes a product. It's a digital product. And then from there, it's up to you. You know what I mean? You fill out extra small through 2XL or whatever, how many inventory you have, and then you can start selling it. You just got to take pictures, put the words up on stuff, and then you connect it to PayPal, either Shopify Pay, or you do something external like to checkout. Whatever payment processing you want to do, it's very simple. You can figure this out super easily just by looking at Shopify. Once you figure that out, then people will be able to go to your website, purchase the thing, it'll bing up on your orders list, and it'll say, Derek bought a small tank top, he lives in Illinois. Then you're gonna go there and you're gonna have to print it out, print the label out, get shipping bags, put the shirt in the bag, put that label on top of it, take it to your mail store. Now that is the bare bones doing it all yourself way, and that is why I think clothing companies are very difficult to run. Successful ones, you definitely need to be doing something on your own. You either need to be printing on your own or shipping on your own. That is how you're gonna make a lot of money. Now, if you don't have the time and you want this to be more of a side revenue thing, or if you just want to do this in the beginning because you don't have a lot of overhead to work with, but you want to start a clothing company, then move it into your own stuff, printing yourself or shipping yourself, you can use a print-on-demand website. So you probably have heard of crap like Teespring and some other sites. I can't remember the name of them. There's some websites that are cool. They're good. They're good to have out there, and they will make it so that you can be like, hey guys, I want to make this shirt about ketchup, and then if 25 of you or more buy it, then we'll be able to print it out. That's one way to do it. You get like this much margin, and you have to have a following to do that, and it's just not the way to do it. If you want to do it the way that a lot of other people have done it, you can go to printful.com or printora.com, and these websites basically allow you to upload a design, and it is a little less user-friendly than like Teespring and kind of those more easy sites. This is for businesses. You can upload an image, and then you can put that image on a shirt and then tell them that you want that. That company has all of these different blanks. They have thousands of blanks from each company. So you get to be like, I want next level, I want 36, 33, I want it black and gray, and I want this design on the front, that design on the back. It'll say, here's the price, and then you click it and go, and then at their factory, they're literally going and grabbing the blank, and then putting it on this big table, and a printer comes down, and it can print anything without any setup. So it can print literally as many colors as you want, whatever design you want. There are some limitations like where it can be printed on the shirt, how big it can be, etc., etc. And that's it. And they will not only print it out for you, but they will also send it out for you. So this takes away all the facilities you could ever need. Now, the downside is that the margin is going to be extremely small. So on a shirt like this one, you're going to pay anywhere from $16 to $20 for the shirt. I'm serious. So then the margin that you're going to get is literally just whatever you price it over $20, $21, $22, depending on how much the shirt is costing, and the shipping price. Unless your shipping price is the exact same amount that your shipping is going to cost on Printful. See what I'm saying? So in this way, you can mass sell, and you can have a lot of shirts sent out, and you can create new designs all the time and not worry about having to like print out 500 shirts, 100 of each size, and then keeping them in your house and inventory and all that. You can just run a company super fast and exciting, but you will be making very small margins. So this won't be something that you're making a lot of money from for years and years and years, and even then it might not pan out. So that is that. There you go. You're going to use Shopify if you use Printful or Printora. So there we go. You're going to need Shopify for the online store. You're going to need to choose your method, either Printful or on demand, or you're going to have to buy blanks yourself and deliver them to a printer and then ship it all yourself. And you're just going to have to build brand presence. And if you have enough money, then eventually ambassadors and people that can advertise stuff for you, and possibly doing Facebook ads and things like that. That is another entrepreneurial route you can go down. And the only reason that I brought this up is second, because I would have ranked something up a lot easier, but a lot of you guys have asked me for this, and I'm putting it out there, even though I don't suggest this one unless you are extremely committed as an entrepreneur. But I wanted to get out there. So I will have new ones coming up, and ones that are a lot more possible and a lot more easy with a lot less overhead coming up soon. But I hope you guys enjoy this one. This is episode 2 of Escape the 9 to 5. I love you guys, and hopefully we can all escape the 9 to 5 together.